Darlings, it's Mummy, Sybil Bruncheon, coming to you live from downtown Springfield, Missouri. Look what I found on the sidewalk. Vote Bernie, March 10th. Missouri is holding its primary on March 10th. Darling, we are in the heart of red state territory, and I am in the sweetest, it is the most charming town. It is Springfield, Missouri, not to be confused, as Mummy did earlier this week, courtesy of her travel agent, with Springfield, Illinois, 6 hours away. God. And you've seen that whole story about how we were sent to the wrong airport. Whatever. Anyway, we solved the problem, and a wonderful man named Mike drove us all the way here. It was a 6-hour drive. Interestingly, our travel agent had booked us into the right hotel, the Vandervoort, which is absolutely a boutique hotel, gorgeous and sophisticated hotel, absolutely beautiful, with a charming restaurant in it, everything, here in Springfield, Missouri. So she had booked the right hotel, but the wrong town. How do you do that? Whatever. She's a wonderful person. Anyway, look at this town. It's a sunny, cold, it's a chilly day, but a sunny day, very Edward Hopper. And this town has preserved so much of itself. And even though we're in red state territory, by the way, we're outside of Nana's Italian-American Cafe, wonderful restaurant. We ate a drop-dead dinner last night, just 2 blocks down at Bruno's. Bruno is the chef from Sicily, and I'm telling you, it is, Mummy's a New Yorker and an Italian food lover. Our dinner at Bruno's was one of the finest Italian meals I have ever had in my life. If you're ever here, near here, Branson or Springfield, go to Bruno's. You won't believe it. Anyway, we're here on a beautiful sunny day, and this is what we find on the sidewalk. It's amazing. Vote Bernie, March 10th. So we're in the heart of red state territory, but this is... This is the hope that people are having, whether you love Bernie or not. The bottom line is that there is some sort of liberalism waiting to bud, just as these ferns are over here in the shade. We're walking through town, and I can't recommend enough this. Every once in a while, even in these dire times, something will happen, and you'll see hope. You'll see the beginnings of things. This is what happens when a town that has fallen on extremely hard times, as Springfield did 20, 30 years ago, but comes back, it returns. Its citizens decide to take a stand against urban decay, or even semi-urban decay, and they preserve their town. It is priceless. Here's Architect Studios, which is an architecture firm, Ozark Modernism. Look at that. And the Coffee Ethic. There's a cute little coffee shop over there. By the way, they have a coffee house here named the Mud Lounge, and the Mud House is the coffee house, and then the Mud Lounge is its sister business, which is a bar. The Mud House outpaced the Starbucks. The Starbucks that opened here went out of business because the people were more loyal to the mom and pop than they were to Starbucks. Look at this. This is a law firm, and look at the slogan over. It can be done. Right? And then look at the lighting fixtures, and I love the orchids up in the window. Look at that collection of orchids, alive and well and thriving. They've got cymbidiums and oncidiums up there and everything, and there's a cattleya there. And here's the town square. Here's the town square right ahead, and look at this. Charming. They saved as much as they could of their old architecture. They repurposed as much as they could of their old architecture. And here's their public square. That's a fountain over there. I love that the park is closed from 1:30 in the morning to 5:30, and there's no fence around it. So I suppose their equivalent to Sheriff Taylor and Barney Fife come by and scold thoroughly students who might be lurking and necking in the park. That's a fountain right there, that sort of neo-Aztec-y thing. So I'm sure that's going to be running in about 3 or 4 weeks. Look, they've got a history museum. Look across the street. They've got their own history museum of their local culture. This town, and here's Missouri State University, part of it. The campus is all around here. Everywhere you look, there's businesses, little businesses. Is there trouble here? Yes. This is the Springfield that had the lynchings back in 1906, and on this very square, three African American men were falsely accused of different things and were lynched right here, and it was a disgrace, a complete disgrace. And Missouri owns up to it, though. They own up to it, and they've got a brass plaque there, which admits their folly and their criminality. But as you go on, you pass these places that are, look, they've got medical cannabis here. They've got the Civil Kitchen, which is a fundraising operation. I can't begin to tell you how much it means to me to see this good news. Springfield goes down in my list now, in my travels to 39 states around the country. Springfield, Missouri, one of my favorite little towns, like Rapid City, South Dakota, Franklin, Tennessee. There is life, and there is hope. There is hope. And even in these angsty times where we're worried about who's going to be nominated and whether any of them can even win, we can still find incredibly big-hearted, open-minded people who think before they speak, who extend their hand for a handshake to a stranger and mean it. It's so lovely. It's so lovely to travel and see this kind of thing. Yeah, it is wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. It may look like a industrial, rust-belty town, but there's life everywhere. And there are lovely, lovely, lovely people everywhere.